So we've got 3 review questions. If 3x plus 2x equals 50, then 5x equals 50 by, and I think you should know that this is combining like terms. The next one is if 5x minus 2x equals 60, then 3x equals 60 by, again, combining like terms. And if 3 times in parentheses 2x plus 2 equals 50, then 6x plus 6 equals 50 by the distributive property. And to be more specific, it's actually the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Here, 3 was multiplied by 2x and by 2 to give 6x plus 6. So these are not properties of equality, these are properties of algebra. So let's go ahead and let's start working on some of these numbers 1 through 16. So if x is equal to negative 3 times 2x minus 4, then x equals negative 6x plus 12. That is the distributive property, right? If AB, or the measure of AB, equals BC, and BC equals CD, then AB equals CD. That is the transitive property of equality. Okay, if 3x equals 120, then x equals 40. Well, how did we go from 3x equals 120 to x equals 40? We had to divide both sides by 3, right? That is the division property of equality, or what it says up here in the table, DPOE. So we're going to use abbreviations wherever possible, because we only have a small space to write in. So DPOE. If AB, the measure of AB, is the measure of equals the measure of CD, then the measure of AB plus the measure of XY equals the measure of CD plus the measure of XY. All we've done here is we've added the same quantity to both sides, and that's the addition property of equality, APOE. If 2x plus 16 equals 80, and then 2x equals 64, how do we go from here to here? I think it's obvious we subtracted 16 from both sides. That is the subtraction property of equality, or SPOE. The next one. If the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 4 is equal to 48, and measure of angle 4 equals measure of angle 3, then we have the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 3 equals 48. So what happened here? We went from this statement, measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 4 on the left side, to measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 3. So we substituted the measure of angle 3 for the measure of angle 4 because they are equal. So this is called the substitution property of equality. Okay, good. Number 7. If 12x equals 24, then x equals 2. We got there by dividing both sides by 12. Again, that is the division property of equality. If the measure of angle ABC is 120, then 2 times the measure of angle ABC is 240. How do we get from here to here? We multiplied both sides of the equation by 2. That's the multiplication property of equality, or MPOE. Number 9. If HN equals YT, then Hn minus AB equals Yt minus AB. I hope you see pretty easily that's the subtraction property of equality. And finally, if TV equals RD, then TV plus AB equals RD plus AB, again, is the addition property of equality.